Our Upanishad says, Kathopanishad says, Yada panchavatishthante jnanani manasasaha buddhishtana vicheshtate tamahu paramam gatim. When all the 5 sense organs, they become absolutely silent, along with the mind, there is no thought. Buddhishtana vicheshtate. The intelligence also no longer struggles to find out the self or anything else. Then tamahu paramam gatim. Then the self reveals itself. It was the greatest discovery of the human civilization because it solved all our problems of life. I will say how it solves. I will go into the detail. But there, as it is revealed, it is such a discovery that it fulfilled them. They found the ultimate reality of what we are seeing. The whole world is appearing in that consciousness. The consciousness is the sole reality on which the whole world, the external as well as the internal, they appear to be. And we cannot call it the cause of the whole universe because it is not the material cause. I will go into a little deeper logical analysis. We have to. Without that, the transcendental truth cannot be understood. Material cause is called, that means suppose this paper is there. If we burn the paper, it will become ash. So the paper will no more be available. The paper will change into ash. This is called material causality or material transformation. But let us try to think of an example which is oft-quoted. I don't want to use the oft-quoted examples, but I am using it only for a particular purpose. It is called Rajju Sarpa, or the seeing the snake in a rope. That is the standard or traditional example. What happens is that in dusk or darkness, suddenly we think that there is a snake, and all the effect of seeing a snake will be happening. We will be fearful about it. We will see the snake in the rope. But when we are seeing the snake in the rope, did the rope actually become a snake? It remained rope. We only saw the snake. From here I want to take only the simile that when the snake I am seeing, the rope has not changed. So it is not a parinama srishti, or it is not a material transformation. The rope remains rope. We see the snake. For example, if we write here God or dog or auditorium or man or woman, anything, it is written in the air. There is no change of the material at all. Nothing has changed. It is all air only. Like that, whatever is appearing in the consciousness, be it the appearance of the external world, the impression of the external world, or be it the impression of the internal world, our mind, thoughts, intelligence, everything. All our concepts, even the concept of God, even the concept of the self, everything is a writing on the consciousness. Does it appeal to you? It is all, whether it is an object, a gross object, or a subtle thought, both are written in consciousness. It is appearing only in the consciousness. There is no change at all. So the whole world as we are seeing only is a writing on the consciousness. You have heard about the mithyatva, that the world is mithya and all those concepts. They actually do not mean what we understand generally by them, the illusion of the world. It is not illusion. Even the word illusion is an illusion, because whatever our mind can conceive of, all our thoughts, all our conceptions, they are all formations in the consciousness. There is nothing but consciousness and consciousness alone. That is the essence of the existence. All other things we see are appearance in that. In our Shastras, it is called Vivattavada. By this apparential cause, we get rid of the causality. That to find out the ultimate cause of the universe, we don't have to approach by causality. Because causality is a creation of our dual mind, which is within the ken of duality. To find out the absolute truth, we have to transcend the causality, because causality means always the existence of two. We have to transcend that, and we land upon this apparent reality. That is a contribution of our world. Actually, causality is within the duality. When we mean duality, we mean the subject-object duality. That is, the ultimate duality is the subject which is perceiving the object. So subject-object duality is there. But this transcendence, what happened? We forgot the entire objectivity. And the subject revealed itself. Now when there is no object, will you call it a subject? Only in reference to the object, the subject is called the subject. Only in reference to the knowledge, the knower is called a knower of a knowledge. When there is nothing as object, it is transcending both subject and object. So this, from the transcendental reality, first comes the duality of subject and object. From this transcendental reality comes both subject and object. We often refer to it as one. That is, this consciousness or the ultimate reality we refer to as one. We call it Advaitavada, one. But actually it is not monism. One means mono. It is called Advaita. That means non-dual. It's not one. Why? Because when we say one, there is a conception of two involved. When we say one, already there is a concept of two and many. So it is even beyond one. To understand this transcendence, we have to go even beyond one. That is why it is called non-duality. That is why in our Shastras, in our scriptures, it is always said as neti neti. That means whatever you say, na iti, na iti. That means it is not, it is not. The truth is expressed always as it is not, it is not. Suppose you say that it is the truth, then it becomes the object. The moment you say, is this the truth? Yes, this is the truth. Then it is an objective truth, it is not the subject. So the truth can be known only as the amness in us. The subject means that I am. That feeling still remains. That nobody can eliminate. The conviction that I am, Atma. Our Atma is defined as Aham Pratyaya Gocharaha. Atma means the soul, as we say. That I-ness in us, the I feeling in us. Can I eliminate the I feeling from you? Even when you have slept or you have come out of the sleep or you are seeing, that I feeling is always in you. That is the Aham Pratyaya, the conviction that I am. So this consciousness can never be known as consciousness here or consciousness there. It can only be known as our identity, as our true identity. That is the discovery of the true identity. This is the discovery part. Later on, I propose to relate all of these discoveries to our daily life and our professional life and our emotions and mind. How do they change our life, transform our life? Before that, I would like to discuss all the three discoveries. Then we will come back to the application side. In the second one, you find that the joy lies within a natural attribute of ourself. This again was part of the discovery of our saints. When I say discovery, they are all experimental discoveries, we should not forget. Whatever we find, they are record of experimental discovery. In science, we experiment with the object and we can repeat it any number of times to find that whether they are true or not. With the object, we can repeat the experiments. In this case, we are experimenting with our own identity, our own personality and the essence of the personality, our identity. So how can we repeat? The repetition means for each person one lifetime or till he realizes what his identity is. So how can the repeatability be had here? Here the repeatability will come from person to person. What one rishi had discovered and recorded, other rishis also will try, and if they find that it is true, they will say that it is true. Another era, like that, so many seekers can find the truth and say that yes, it is true. That is how our scriptures are existing for so many thousands of years. If they had not been true, then they would have been thrown off long, long back. We would not have received it now at all. Because it has been confirmed and reconfirmed era to era, and in one era also by so many people. Because it can be done by anybody on earth. This experiment, it is open to all. Anybody can do and find out whether it is true or not. That is why our rishis gave the call that Shrinvantu Sarve Amritasya Putraha. Oh, you all sons of immortality. Not one person, but all of us, they said that we are sons of children of immortality. And only thing is that we don't know that we are children of immortality. In the second case, that joy lies within as a natural attribute of the self, we can call it a byproduct of the first investigation. When they were focusing their attention to find out the real identity, who am I? With that question they are focusing. Just before the discovery or with the discovery, they found that the whole being is flooded with ananda, with joy. Calling joy is belittling this, because we generally use the term bliss initially. That is the joy welling forth from within. It is, they discovered, that is, they found that it is so. So once you discover that joy is welling forth from within without any contact with the material object or material world or material situation, what will be our conclusion? Normally, always we are running after joy. If we ask you, what are you doing? I am working. What for? Maybe I will get some money or salary. What will you do with the salary? I will feed my family. I will take food. By that what will happen? I will have comfort. By having comfort, what will happen? I will be joyous. I will be happy. You analyze any of our activity, finally it will end up in that we want happiness. We are looking always for happiness. And thinking that this something will give us happiness, we are doing it. But when we get the happiness, it doesn't stay. For a few moments or a few hours or for a few days, we may feel a little happy. Thereafter it subsides. Again the mind gets occupied with the desires. And we again feel unhappy. We again feel anxious and worried. We move from, like that, from happiness to unhappiness, happiness to unhappiness, not knowing where lies the permanent satisfaction. That is why our Rishi says, Na vittena tarpaniyo manushyo. By the external wealth and attainment, man can never be satisfied.